might be a little bit late coming to the party on this one, but this question that has been raised about the man and the bear. If you were alone in the forest, what would you rather encounter, a man or a bear? And women were polled on this all around the world just by people going up in the street and asking them the question. And the resounding response was the bear. I'd rather the bear than a strange man that I did not know. And the reaction to that was men's reaction. A lot of men were very supportive, but a lot of men's reaction is, no, you didn't understand the question. You couldn't have understood the question because bears are so violent. They'll eat you. They'll do this. They'll tear you apart. You didn't understand the question. And then that enraged this discussion even further, because then the women who had answered, I'd rather the bear, are coming back with their response as to, no, you didn't understand, you didn't listen to my answer, and you didn't bother thinking about why I answered the bear. Okay, so you didn't hear about any of this. Thoughts, instant thoughts.
I have been so out of the loop with this bear shit. I've seen multiple memes about this bear shit, but I've not actually heard that it was a poll. And my first question is, what are the circumstances in the forest to precede me picking either a man or a bear? Like, am I running through the forest away from somebody who's like trying to hunt me serial killers?
No, you're overthinking it. Really you don't get that. You just get the question.
No, just the question.
And it's more that the response was women. Majority of women didn't hesitate. Right. Majority of women just came straight back saying, no, I'll pick the bear, because so much shit gets done to women around, that men are the perpetrators of. And it was more the response that men came back going, you didn't understand the question. Like, you didn't get it. And it's opened up a lot of conversation, and it's opened up really healthy conversation, I think.
From the man's point of view, what was the point of asking the fucking question? If we were going to respond wrong in the first place, if we were fair, like, that's a fucking setup, you know?
Yeah, if you're gonna vet the responses, a lot of people have come in, male, female, multi-gender, have come back and basically said, no, you need to hear why women are answering bear. You need to hear why they're saying, I have to think, when I go to my car late at night, I need to check the back seat. I walk with keys in my hand. I have to think about what carriage of a train I get on.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have come back with effectively saying, well, if I was attacked by a bear, no one would ask me what I did to provoke it.
Yeah.
If I was attacked by a bear, no one would say, what were you wearing?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you encourage that bear?
Don't.
So this is what it's
stuff coming up right now, and it's incredible, because, like, a lot of men hate that women are finally having voices about how oppressed they have been by men.
Yeah. And it's
not always a DV situation. It's not always a violent situation, but just the societal norms of,
yes.
She and that because she was wearing a miniskirt. Like, what?
And that's why there's so many memes going out. There's so many things on TikTok. There's so many people talking about it. And one that really got me was when a guy came on and he said, look, I don't understand people's answers to this. He goes, because if I was too far away that I couldn't get back to my home and my daughter rang me and said, Dad, there's a bear outside, I would say to her, get a photo. Don't go outside, but can you get a photo and send it to me? Right? He goes, I wouldn't be concerned. I'd just say, get a photo.
Yeah.
But if my daughter rang me and there was a strange man standing outside the house, I'd say, lock all the doors, call the police.
Exactly. And you bring up a great point. Like, these men have daughters. Do they not understand? Their wives are daughters,
Yeah, and this is the thing. And it's brought up.
At some point.
It's really brought it to the fore in terms of Kerry Bickmore did an amazing thing on radio where she was talking as to why this is such a passionate subject for women. And she got Tommy Little to read it. And if you find that, because it's amazing to listen.
I will. I'll
And
look it up because I actually do listen to the radio, but funnily enough, did not hear that.
yeah, and basically it was, none of us realize how many things we do as women that are just so natural and ingrained, but they're around protecting ourselves. Whereas men, they may have all of these things that they have to do in relation to protecting their daughters and their wives and their mothers.
Yes.
So they've got the same thought process, but it's about protecting others rather than themselves.
Yeah.
So they can live the majority of their life with not having it in the forefront of their mind.
Yeah.
It only becomes to the forefront of their mind when they've got the vulnerable person with them. So, like, I know my son said sometimes he hates going out to a nightclub with his girlfriend and his sister because he feels like when he does that, he's on guard duty all night because he
Yeah.
sees what goes on. But so he only experiences it when he has to be on guard, which is still a horrendous thing that we have to even think about.
Yeah.
But my daughter has to think about it every waking minute.
All
Like,
the time.
unless she's at home, she's thinking about, and even when she's home, if she's home alone, we've got a big, beautiful Doberman
Yeah.
that gives you a certain amount of, comfort. But
Yeah.
you wouldn't feel that. I wouldn't feel that if I was leaving her alone by herself.
Yeah.
So I just think it was a great thing. It's great. I think these things that are coming up on TikTok and going viral for us to discuss them and get it out there.
Absolutely. And in answer to the question, I would probably say bear.
I probably,
That's fucking cool.
if you got, you've got to go. You're going to go
Yeah.
get eaten by a bloody big bear.
Yeah.
But they've actually said they did there was one mathematician that did it statistically about how many incidents of bear attack have occurred. And
Bears don't
no,
necessarily
they don't actually attack.
and
And
they feel threatened. Like,
but it was really, really, really interesting. Even when they talk about it, the bear doesn't come into your home to attack you. There were just so many parallels. And when they did the mathematics of it, even one guy said, look, I'm going to run the maths here because for the people who fucking need the maths run. And he said, this is how many reported bear attacks there are. This is the percentage of that happened on women. And he goes, and you know what? He goes, we can rely on that figure because unlike women who get attacked by men, bear attacks are going to be 100% reported.
Bear attacks are
whereas even,
it's not like you're going to go, oh, bear attacked me in the woods today. I can't tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
You probably got a fucking gash opening up half your jaw. You're going to need to go to the hospital. That shit's going to get recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas
so when they ran the statistics and they did the comparison, it was hilarious. So it's funny stuff. So I can't believe you missed it, Tay. I can't believe you missed it.
Well,
you got to get
better late than never, right?
Absolutely.
Or there's going to be more TikTok bloody social media trends that I'm going to see and I can get on board with next time.